Nope, nope, not doing that ever. You will never be able to see me do that, mate. You will never see me doing that. The only thing you can with that you can do is like you can make a what's it called? You can make an AI and do it. I'm never doing that. Never doing that. No way. Never shaking it. What you want me to shake? Hell no. Yo, Shriram, what's up, bro? Yeah, bro. Some people watch it at work, man. Okay, I'll just make this bigger and we'll get started. So, howdy everyone. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Today we'll continue with our day 22. Howdy, Rover. Cybersecurity Aurora, like AWS Aurora? That one? Which Aurora? Let me see.
Welcome to the next evolution of AI, built right into the AlterX platform. Now, you can bring the power of...
I remember, yeah.
Okay, here's the good news. A few days ago, you landed a job at Google. Even better, it's not the Google we know and don't particularly like today. It's Google from the 2000s. The Google. The company every single nerd in the world.
Yeah, I think also Darknet Eyes has a really good episode on it. Yeah, Operation Aurora. Really? Is it with every live stream or is just mine? But this one, I remember this is like a really big, interesting thing that happened. Yeah, I want to watch these things. Oh, okay, sounds good. We'll watch it. But I keep on like playing things in the background, like things from Black Files or Fern on all these, so we can watch this today. I can just play this in the background. I'll just put it on the yeah. Yeah, I did. It just goes to watch later, right? Oh, it doesn't. Oh, never mind. I thought it goes to watch later. That's maybe Instagram. Should watch it.
Okay.
Okay. It says watch later now. Save to, let's say, Sunday learning. Oh boy. Should be good, right? Okay, good. Okay. Beautiful, lads. Okay. Now let's get started with day 22 of Advent of Cyber. Today is about C2. C2 detection, command and carol. That's interesting. Yeah, I think that's Instagram that defaults to just a common one. Okay, but yeah, let's get started with our C2. Hopefully, you guys have this open. Unknown, are you able to open this today or no? Okay, this is good enough, right? C2 detection, command and carol. How to explore how to analyze large PCAP and extract valuable information. PCAP files are your network files, which are created, like let's say using Fireshark, in which all the network traffic that's coming in, going out from a particular device is put into, like you can see and everything. And interestingly, this one has two videos. That's cool. Hopefully next year I'm here. Yeah. Awesome. That's good. Okay. Today you can follow us. We'll go together. So day 22 story. We have one and two tasks just like usual. So it's the story of day 22. The TBFC is very, very since the last series of attacks by the underlings of King Malhari. They are on full alert for anything happening, but they are getting restless. It is too quiet. Sir Elfo of the TBFC said the initiative and the proposes to hunt for command and control traffic using the meticulous collected network traffic. A majority of the TBFCL's object. We do not have the time to go through so much network traffic. Sir Elfo chuckles. Don't fret, for I have a powerful tool to assist this. I present to you RITA, Real Intelligence Threat Analysis. We just need to convert our PCAP file to Zeek logs and Rita will do the rest. Anyone can do it, just follow today's task. So Zeek log, Zeek formerly known as Bro, is the world's leading platform for network security monitoring, flexible, open source and powered by defenders. Okay. Zeek network security monitoring. Okay, interesting. Never heard of it. Hmm. Learning objective. Convert PCAP to Zeek logs. Use Rita to analyze Zeek logs. Analyze the output of Rita. Connecting to the machine, so we'll have our virtual machine today, basically. Start your target machine by clicking the Start Machine button. The machine will open in split view and need about 2 minutes to fully boot. In case you cannot see, click on Show Split View button at the top of the page. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I'll just open it in Brave because then I can see things better. Join the room. Of course. One second, lads. I want to open it in Brave so that it's easy for me to like look at the full virtual machine and even give a better look to during the movie. Sorry, during the stream. Come on. Okay, this is good. Noise. Okay, start the machine. It will work in the background. We'll have successfully started our target machine. Now let's move to task 2, the magic of Rita, Real Intelligence Threat Analytics. Rita is an open source framework created by Active Countermeasures. Its core functionality is to detect command and control communication C2 by analyzing network traffic captures and logs. Its primary features are C2 beacon detection, DNS tunneling detection, long connection detection, data exfiltration detection, checking threat intel feeds, score connections by severity, show the number of hosts communicating with a specific external IP, shows the date time when the external host was first seen on the network. That's actually a lot of good stuff. C2, DNS, long connection, data exfiltration, threat intel feed, score on severity, number of hosts communicating with the external IP, date time when the external host. That's a lot of good features and important data it can give you, right? Yeah. Okay. Now, the magic behind Rita is its analytics. It's it correlates several captured fields, including IP addresses, ports, timestamps, and connection durations, among others. Based on the normalized and correlated data sets, Rita runs several analysis modules collecting information like periodic connection intervals, excessive number of DNS queries, long FQDN, so fully qualified domain name, random subdomains, volume of data over time over HTTPS, DNS, and non standard ports, self signed or short lived certificates, known malicious IPs by cross referencing with public threat intel feeds or block list. Rita only accepts network traffic inputs as Zeek logs. Zeek is an open source network security monitoring tool. Zeek is not a firewall or a IPS or IDS. It does not use signatures or specific rules to take an action. It simply observes network traffic via configured span ports. Span. Yeah. A span port, sometimes called mirror port, is a software feature built into a switch or a router that creates a copy of selected packets. The today one is, yeah, this is super cool. This is really good one. I wish I had more of this. I would have more subscribers. The story behind tool named Rita. Oh, really? Send it. We'll read after this. Router that creates a copy of selected packets passing through the device and sends them to a designated span port. Using software, the administrator can easily configure or change what data is to be monitored. Since the primary purpose of a switch or router is to forward production packets, span data is given a lower priority on the device. Hold up. So it is a mirror port, a software feature built into switch. Okay. Creates a copy of selected packets passing through the device and sends them to the designated span port. So all the ports are sent to this port. Using software, the administrator can easily configure or change the data to be monitored. John Strand? No. I have no idea who's John Strand. I might even know, I just don't recall. I can't recall. Since the primary purpose of a switch or a router is to forward production packets, span data is given a lower priority on the device. Span also uses a single egress port to aggregate multiple links so it can easily be it is easily oversubscribed. Huh. Oh, John Strand. Interesting. We'll look into that, lads. We'll look into that. I want to see. That's actually interesting to know. Because at that point of the time, there was no free tool like Rita for small businesses as the greedy. Yeah, okay. I know what next is coming. Yeah. Interesting. That's actually interesting. Good for him. And thanks to him. Okay, going back, right? Span ports used to copy traffic from one port to another for monitoring. Physical network taps or imported packet captures in the PCAP format. Zeek then analyzes and converts this input into a structured enriched output. This output can be used in incident detection and response as well as threat hunting. Okay, out of the box, Zeek covers two of four types of NSM data: transaction data, summarized records of application layer transactions, and extracted content, files, and artifacts extracted such as executables. So, out of the box, Zeek covered these two NSM: network security monitoring based upon collection of data to perform detection and analysis. Okay. With a collection of large amount of data, it makes sense that a SOC should have the ability to generate statistical data from the existing data, and these statistics can be used for detection and analysis. Okay, damn, this is like big stuff. PCAP, I convert ye to Zeek logs. Ye Z. Let's get started. A neat feature of Zeek is that it can convert PCAPs into structured logs. If you haven't yet done so, open the virtual machine and start a terminal. Navigate to the home directory of the logged in user and list its contents. As shown in the terminal below, we can see two directories named pcaps and zlogs. The story is super deep. He told it in HistPay, where you can classify when I was starting SOC learning. Got it. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Nice. Yeah, nice, bro. Okay, and we'll get started. We'll look at the PCAP file and Zeek logs. Okay, interesting background, I will say. Oh, really? Damn. Need to create some retas and stuff for myself, by myself too. Okay, this is actually, honestly, I like this one. That's actually cool. Okay, now that we have this, I'll increase the size a bit. Okay, hopefully you guys can see everything. ls, we have our pcap files and zeek logs, right? Uh, okay. What they want us to do, the PCAP directory contains PCAPs of real life incidents collected from Bradley Duncan's blog. He has a wonderful collection of malware related PCAPs that cover real world threats. The zclogs directory contains zclogs. These were created by parsing a PCAP file. Let's parse a PCAP ourselves and look at the output zlogs. We will use the z read PCAP and the PCAP file and the output directory command. Okay. Okay. He's actually super nice guy. I think you should talk to him. I'm sure he will. Oh, sure. I would love to, man. I would love to talk to a smart guy like him. That will be nice. Read PCAP, PCAP's async rat. Async rat. Okay. I would love that. I would love that. Seek, read, PCAP. Then we have PCAP. What all options are there? Async rat. And then output will be in zclogs. Async rat. Async rat starting. Okay. Let's examine the logs created. Navigate to this folder. Okay, yeah. And we are just giving the directory. Makes sense. Z container, Docker container. Zeek logs will be saved to this one. Okay. So we have Docker PS as well then. Oh. So Docker PS. Rita was started. This is syslog. This Zeek was started. Okay. Nice. Now we can just go to ls cd or ls zclogs and async rat. So a bunch of these are created. You should invite Linus. Oh, Linus is he's such yeah, he does what he wants, man. He's one of those people, he will do whatever he wants. The guy flipped over Nvidia to a whole another level. It was so interesting. Let's analyze the logs created. Navigate to this inside. and list its content. The output should be similar to the one shown at the terminal below. You know, one thing I will say, I am actually Linus is one of those type of developers. I would love to have a course or like a book from him on how to write good code and how to take over like big projects like Linux by itself. But I never got that from him. I wish there is a really good one out there I haven't seen from him. It's interesting. I would love to have one. Okay, let's say I'm in the logs, right? We went to this, right? Like it would like from a person like him, you want something like this good. Oh, after ls, I can just show you quickly. This was ls and then pcap. Like read the pcap file, and then even if you actually saw the output right here, when I did the pcap read side, it said Z container started, right? Yeah, exactly right. So the Docker was started. So what I wanted to see was can I just see what all Docker images were there in this system? And I did see Rita was there, and I also see Zeke was there, right? So I'll give you Docker. Docker PS is like almost ls but of Docker containers. Yeah, exactly, Reg. Yeah, 100% right on the money, bro. Okay, unknown. Hopefully that was helpful. So let's examine the logs. So we have async rat and list its content. The output should be similar to the one shown on terminal below. So we have this async and ls. We have capture logs. A bunch of log files are created for us, right? In the terminal above, you can see the different Zeek logs that were generated. For you, for using Rita, we don't really need to know what is in these logs, although the names are quite self-descriptive. However, if you are interested, you can use cat to examine their contents. You can find more information here if you want a detailed description. I have to do side quests. Yes, you're right. Last weekend I was supposed to do. I didn't do it. That's right. Yeah, no, we will do it 100%. Sorry, man. It's just I've been so busy with work. This new language which I'm working on, BBX, is really hard. So I've been like really going to do that. I'll find time. I promise. We'll do side quest maybe on Saturday, Sunday because AOC is ending this week, so we will have more time to like work on the side quest. No, I will do it. I will do it. Promise. Okay, going back here, right? However, if you're interested, you can use cat to examine their content. You can find more information about these Zeek logs, and here I'll give you guys this. If you want a detailed description, right, for these things, and let's have a quick look. So there's all these logs that were generated, and so every single one of them probably have a purpose they serve. That's actually nice, neatly done way. Yeah. Now analyze this Rita. Now that we have prepared Zeek logs, we can import them into Rita and unleash its analytics. Enter the command below to import Zeek logs and let Rita do its work. Okay, yep. Now that we have prepared Zeek logs, we can import them to Rita and unleash its analytics. Enter the command below to import the Zeek logs and let Rita do its work. Once you enter the command, Rita will parse and analyze the imported logs. As seen in the terminal, a lot of output is produced. The terminal output was redacted into the example below keep it tidy. Okay. So this is our command. I'll share here quickly. So initializing a new import data set, all this was there. Okay. And if I go here, Rita import logs, Zeek logs analytics. So from home directory it goes here. Dataset async rat. Okay. Okay, it's again like a Docker container. This is all Docker. ClickHouse, syslog, volume. All these three are Docker. This is Docker volume, Docker container, Rita ClickHouse, Docker container. Okay. This is still waiting for getting started. Now that Rita has parsed and analyzed our data, we can view the results by entering command Rita view and data set name, which was we gave it here async rat. Now enter the command below. Note, it is important to consider the dataset size. Large datasets will provide more insights than the smaller ones. Smaller datasets are also more prone to false positive entries. The more we are using it is rather small. The one we are using is rather small, but it contains sufficient data for an initial usable result. Okay, so Rita view sync rat, the data set. Okay, I need to make it smaller so I can see it beautifully. Okay. I'm sorry, lads. This is actually annoying. Okay. So the container was started, right? It was waiting it to be healthy, initializing the new import was there. It parsed through all the logs, right? And passed through 4 out of 4. Finished parsing, seasoning SSL. I love that. Seasoning SSL connections, sifting IP connection, finish season logging, now connection analysis, DNS and IP analysis. What is the above one? This one. SNI connection analysis, IP connection analysis, data analysis, finished analysis, finish modification, importing RR. Okay, cool. Cool, cool. Now we'll view the dataset. Rita view async dataset. Okay, dude, that's actually really good, well written code. I love it. I love that. So now we can search anything we want. There are two sources we have, and severity both is none. Destination is sunshine, some incorporation, and this destination. Okay. Hash map. Yeah. Hash map is the way to go. Hash map is the way to go. After entering the command, you see a structured terminal with the results as shown below. Okay, it should have something on the side as well. Let me make things a bit smaller so it's easy to view. I don't think we are doing anything else, right? Okay, so we have some more stuff on the side. Are you guys able to see this still? Is it okay if I have it like this? Maybe it might be has hash map. Who knows? Like with the IP addresses. I don't know. Maybe it is a possibility though. Hash map is a very good data structure. By active countermeasures. So source. Oh, it's okay. Thank you, man. Thread modifier, we have first seen all those connection count, ports it's using. Okay, nice, nice. Cool. Okay, the terminal below window shows three elements: the search bar, the result pane, and the details pane. Search bar, to search, we need to enter a forward slash. We can then enter our search term and narrow. Pretty much, pretty much. We can then enter our search term and narrow down the results. The search utility supports the use of search fields. When we enter question mark while in search mode, we can see an overview of the search fields alongside some examples. The image below shows the results of the search utility. To exit the help page, enter question mark. Enter the escape to exit the search functionality. Okay. So this just a question mark, we can enter in search mode, overview all the search fields. Okay, so we have threat intel, subdomains, all these functionalities. Result pane. The result pane includes information for each entry that can quickly help us recognize potential threats. The following columns are included. Okay, so first I want to go is this. I entered the search pane. Hard to see, right? This is like the previous row, next row, all these. Okay, can I type something? No. Okay. Severity, right, in the result pane, a score calculation. So this is not the same I got. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm down for that. I'm down for that. I really hope it doesn't backfire in the future, though. I go for interviews. They're like, I think we have seen you somewhere. You are the guy who crashed the lead code. No, thank you. The result pane includes information, right? So, severity, a score calculated based on results of threat modifiers. Source and destination, beacon like the likelihood, it is a C2 thing. Duration of the connection. Long connection can be indicators of compromise. Most application layer protocols start stateless and close the connection quickly after exchanging data. Subdomains, connection to subdomain with the same domain name. If there are many subdomains, this could indicate the use of C2 beacon and other techniques for data exfiltration. List any matches on threat intel feeds. We can see two interesting findings. One is FQDN pointing to Sunshine Bazaar Incorporation, Try Cloudflare, and an IP address. Move the keyboard arrows to select the first entry. You should see the detailed information on the right pane. Okay. So if we go up, we see the detailed information here, right? Port was 443, HTTPS and stuff. This one is, I don't want to say looks good, but this one doesn't seem that wrong. Okay, we have the details pane now. Apart from the source and destination, we have two information categories: thread modifier and connection info. Let's have a closer look at these categories. Thread modifiers, so this part above, these are the criteria to determine the severity and likelihood of a potential threat. The following modifiers are available: MIME type URI mismatch, flags connections when the MIME type reported in the HTTP header doesn't match the URI. This can indicate an attacker is trying to trick the browser or security tool. Okay, that's actually nice. Rare signature. points to unusual patterns that attackers might overlook, such as a unique user agent string that is not seen in any other connection on the network, prevalence, and analyzes the number of internal hosts communicating with a specific external host. A low percentage of internal bots communicating with an external one can be suspicious. First seen checks the date. Checks the date an external host was first observed on the network. A new host on the network is more likely to be a potential threat. Missing host header identifies HTTP connections that are missing the host header, which is often an oversight by an attacker or a sign of misconfigured system. Large amount of ongoing data flags connections that send a very large amount of data out from the network. Next is the last, no direct connection. Flag connections that do not have any direct connection, which can be a sign of more complex or hidden command and control communication. So there was no direct connection, all those things. Nice. Damn, this tool is like really, really rich. Connection info. Here you can find connection metadata and basic connections info. So we have connection count, number of connections initiated between the source, our system, and the destination, the server. A very high number can be an indicator of C2, or maybe like depends, right? Just high number because I'm going to on Google a lot. Total bytes sent. Display the total amount of bytes sent from source to destination. If it is a very high number, it would be an indicator of data exfiltration. That's true. Port number, that's the sus one. If the port number is not standard, like the 700 we saw, it warrants further investigation. The lack of SSL in the service info could also be an indicator that warrants further investigations. Nice, bro. This tool is actually OG. What is it? Now that we have covered the look, feel of Rita, let's focus on the results displayed by Rita. Most of the time, the results that are warrant displayed warrant some attention. Even if the entry does not have a high severity score, it can still be an indicator of compromise because, yeah, that's actually a good point because even though severity is not high, it could have zero severity, but the system doesn't know. The playbook was not configured properly if a new type of attack comes. We are using a smaller data set, and this has some downsides. For example, first chain threat modifier is relatively low due to small time frame packets being captured. This can affect the severity score. In any case, we will still examine the entries and their details and make our own analysis. Let's examine the first entry. So we have the first Sunshine biz rate in corporation software, right? The long FUDN, right? The whole domain name is here. A quick search on VirusTotal indicate that this URL is flagged as malicious. Wow, that was easy. Go ahead and check the destination IP of the second entry as well. We are lucky to have known indicators. We are lucky to have found known indicators of compromise immediately. However, that is not always the case. Attackers often change their infrastructure and rotate IPs and domain names. Therefore, we should look a bit further when we don't have a hit with the known IOCs. Let's analyze the entries a bit more. When we look at the details pane, we can see some more info. Data included the rare signature threat modifier. This inclusion indicates that the combination of certain parameters, for example, SSL certificate details, related to this connection is uncommon compared to the rest of the analyzed HTTP traffic. So basically, with like if I'm going on Google, rare signature won't be a thing, right? But in this case, because I hardly went to on a really malicious FQDN, then there are cases. Malware or C2 connections often create unique TLS handshake patterns that differ from those of browsers and legitimate clients, making them stand out even though the payload is encrypted. There is there is not much more we can say about the first entry. So let's have a look at the second one. The IP is malicious according to Wiles Total. Connection duration is quite long, so data exfiltration. Ports mentioned are non-standard, so again a issue. This information warrants further investigation. You can pivot on the information you have obtained and dig into Zeek logs and PCAP file. This is out of scope of this walkthrough, but feel free to dig into it and find out information. Just be cautious as some of the PCAPs may contain malicious file domains and IP that are still in use. Okay, damn. Nice. Each will do his part. Now that everyone has gone through the manual, let's hunt those mal rabbits down. We have put a lot of effort into capturing network traffic. Please analyze the Rita challenge PCAP with Rita and answer the questions below. Note, use the learned steps to process PCAP files. So what we did with the given files, we have to do the same for I think escape. Okay. I did. I did. It didn't work for the first time. Okay, but thank you so much, boss. Okay, lads. We'll get started with our stuff. Now we have our Rita import this. Not import, actually. First we'll create our PCAP to uh, Zeek log. So first we'll do PCAP. We have Rita challenge, right? And Zeek logs, I want to create maybe just another directory I'll create. ls, so we'll have Zeek logs here. So I want to do mkdir Zeek logs, and then I will do challenge, right? ls Zeek. So we have the challenge directory created. Now I want to go is Zeek read PCAP, and then we'll have PCAPs, and then inside that there's Rita challenge. So then we'll go, I want the destination to be Zeek logs challenge. So this will do the job for me. I'll post this thing. Now let's just have a look that all the things were created. All the logs are there. Now what I will do is Zeek import that big import logs, and I will name it as challenge. And the log is also challenge. The container is running, getting the stuff done, importing things, connection was analyzed, everything was analyzed. Beautiful. Now I want Zeek and data set challenge. I think that was the command. Maybe no. Okay. Well, I'll give you this command. Or import. I think it was import. Zeek import dataset. Import logs. Or view. Okay. Challenge. Oh wow, severity high. Nice. 97% likelihood. Then we have rabbit hole malhare.net. And if we see our other information, lads, rabbit hole malhare.net, this is the source. There are multiple IP addresses. If you see, they were mentioning about the rotation of the IP addresses, right? The rabbit hole, yeah. That's actually a funny name they've put, yeah. Kudos to them. What is the Oh, yep. I haven't seen the movie Shrek, but I hate the fact that I know exactly what you are talking about. Yep, yep, I do. Bro, there are so many movies I haven't watched which are like very commonly watched by majority of the world. How many hosts are communicating with the malhare.net? Source is this. So I think 13, 1, 15, 10, then if it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These two were malhare.net. Not 7, 6 then. Because this is not connected to malhare. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which threat modifier tells us the number of hosts communicating to a certain destination? Prevalence? No. Yeah, prevalence. No. Threat modifier. Oh, my spelling's so wrong. What is the highest number of connections to rabbithole.net? So highest number of connection count. So if we start from bottom, and now we here. So here it is 16, 21, 29, 38, 40, 40 and 31. So 40. Where is Rabbit today? Where is our Rabbit today, man? Which search filter? Just ping him in Discord through the Discord channel. Which search filter would you use to search for all entries that communicate to this with a beacon score greater than 70% and sorted by connection duration this? Which search filter? Okay. Which port? So let's complete this one first. 10, 13. Which port was used? Port 80 was used. I'm actually excited. I feel like we will be able to reach 750 subs, and if we do before 31st, I'm going to jump in snow. I brought a ladder of like 4 steps or 3 steps. I'm ready to jump from there. So hopefully we do that. Share, subscribe, lads. Okay, let's get back to work. Which search filter would you use to search for all entries that communicate to this here? Which search filter? So with search filter by column. I think I'll increase this so you guys can see. Okay. So we'll have destination, right? Source, this, destination, this, beacon score above, and all those. So I will say G destination rabbit hole malhare.net, and then we have with the beacon score. So if you see at the bottom, here we have all the information, right? Beacon score greater than, we wanted 70%, so BEACON greater than equal to 70, and sorted the connection duration based in descending order. So sort duration descending, that we can copy from here, paste. I think that will do the job. Boom! Let's go. Day 22. This one was actually what I wanted. Excuse me, I'll get this. Oh, Rabbit can't chat today? Only sub can chat. Yeah, YouTube is bad in that case. That's actually really bad. Ask him to go on Twitch. YouTube, I don't understand why things are so. I might even, yeah. I want to switch off the sub one, that you don't have to subscribe to chat. But problem is, in the starting I was getting a lot of bot connections and useless chats which were taking like space. You know those ones like, oh, if you want more viewers or more subs, do this payment. I'm like, I don't want those. So that's, we completed this one, and this was done very well. This is one of those rooms which I want AOC to be all about, right? I want the whole advent of cyber to be all about something like this. Hey, our boy Sriram already did it. Nice. Attaboy. Ah, what the hell? No. Lonely. Come on, bro. Tisk. Okay. We will have our C2 detection on our good old TryHackMe and PCAP. Yeah, that's all. And if anybody wants wants to build a connection with me on LinkedIn, feel free to join. I'm just going to do try hack me, uh, hacking cyber security CTF advent of cyber. Hashtag. Yes, sir. I hope like next year I am actually part of this, like, these stuff. Day 22 straight. How long can you keep your skills sharp? I don't know. I have no clue, mate. I think 30 days is good. So we are one step closer for the where will thing. But like, I really hope I'm able to reach here, right? Uh, Next year, I hope I have one of my videos here. That would be really, I would be really happy if I reach here. But I'm actually excited about this. I'm actually excited about like reaching 750. Come on, lads, subscribe, please. Pledge. Yo, Rabbit, what's up? What's up, bro? Yeah. Oh, I did. Oh, yeah, I have to do those things too. Discord is not. Oh, I'll add the Discord here. Good part is I today have time because I was working on the work related stuff for the weekend, so I have time today to make changes. Z command not found? No, today one was like yeah, using like analysis, network analysis files, and the rabbit hole was the user, like the FQDN, the domain name. So this rabbithole.malhare.net was actually the domain name. That's what he's talking about. But yo, unknown, what can you share like where can you send a image in the Discord? Let's see why you're getting that. Oh, yeah, it happens. Even for me, like I started another channel. I subscribed to myself to see. It didn't move. Okay, so let's see. Zeek command not found. No, Zeek command is okay. Command not found. Zeek command not found. Huh. Interesting. How about if you just download Zeek? Download Zeek. Top G. Yeah. You are in the tag box, yes. But I'm just thinking like you can still download stuff probably. Zeek not found. That's actually interesting. Can you just try this? Okay, those are two different lines. So first is sudo apt get update. You previously used it. Okay. Previously used it. Can you share it? Maybe actually no, that's not the best idea. What I can do, I can help you. I'll jump on a quick call with you. Then we can do that because Zeke, this one command not found is interesting. Read PCAP. Read. Do you anybody know? You can just wait. You should have. You have to just do privilege escalation. Okay. What we can do, boss, is actually I can jump in a call with you after this in Discord and we can figure it out if that's helpful. Okay? We'll do that. But I don't want you to share the screen and accidentally share something to the whole world. That would be really terrible. Oh, okay. It started working. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you just started the. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see it. Okay, good. So it's working. That's good. Do Docker PS, Docker space PS dash A. This one. You will see the container starting. Dude, this was a nice challenge though. This was. It works on the previous one only. What? But dude, I was happy with this challenge. Yo, and you gave the name Wrench. What was the name of the person? Zeke Rita, actually Rita. John Strand, yes. John Strand. Oh, he's from Black Hills. Oh, I know Black Hills. Okay, let's look at this guy. Dude looks like he's from Texas. I like it. Both consulted and taught hundreds of organizations in the area of cybersecurity, regulatory compliance, and penetration testing. He is a coveted seeker and much loved science teacher. Oh, wow. Industry shaping penetration testing execution standard 20 critical control frameworks. Oh, wow. Wow. Dude, Black Hills is a really good platform. I can give everybody that. Like, it's really good. It's really, really good. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Yeah, pay what you can, SOC core skills, pay what you can, get started with cybersecurity. And these are the people who actually make cybersecurity a good thing. That who's like, hey, if you can't pay now, you can pay us later. That's what cybersecurity should have been from day one. But I think Great took over a lot of people. But yo, kudos to this guy, man. Kudos to this guy. I would love to actually like just send him a thank you. Yo, just ping him on LinkedIn. Say Gaurav was saying, or Censored Hacker was saying thank you for making security good. I'll ping him too. Active SOC, blockchain security, AI security assessment. Yo, lads, quick question. Do you guys want to watch a video with me on AI penetration security? It's by Network Chunk. Free cybersecurity tools, webcast, podcast. Rita is here. Rita mentioned. Training, okay, conferences and stuff, online community. That's actually great, man. That's actually great. This is beautiful. Offensive countermeasures, the art of active defense. Wow, that's actually a good approach. Offensive countermeasures, the art of active defense. Next one. Nice, bro. Oh, his mom had cancer. That's sad, bro. Maybe if I go on Rita, here it is. If you get value out of Rita, would like to get a step further for hunting, this is the sponsor. That's his mom's picture, right? I'm actually down to like look a little bit more into Rita as a respect to his mother. I respect the man, I respect his mother, whole family. Okay, Rita history. Yeah, yeah, I understand. It's a rough. It's rough. And like with cancer, thing is like not just the person, but the people around are also always stressed, and like all the things you have to go through, it's really, really bad. It's really bad. I hope also nobody gets it. Look at the Discord. Okay. Zach Hill. Okay. Nice. This guy is the one who created. That's cool. Black Hills Information Security. Nice. Because I heard it in a lot of time during, what's the name? Darknet Diaries. They are all on Black Hill is there a lot as a sponsor. John. Oh, Darwin Awards Information Security. She devoted her life to the food service industry. Being a mother of a penetration tester, she volunteered to hack cyber security system of the prison. Oh, I know this story. Oh, I know this story. Oh, yo, I know this story. I know this story. Holy. Yeah, Darknet Diary stories. Yes, I know the story because she was just a food inspection. She used to work in the food industry. John Strand wanted to do a penetration test, so her mother joined in, right? Because she knew about food industry very well and helped him get into it. Yo, that I know this story. Oh my god, that's actually crazy. You lads, you have to know this story. It is amazing, man. It actually is one of the top level stories. That's like what makes cybersecurity. Oh my god, this is great. Holy respect, respect. Yeah, it's amazing. So let's have a quick read, right? The juiciest part of the story is that Rita Strand had no hacker skills. She devoted her life to the food service industry. Being a mother of penetration tester, she volunteered to hack the security system of the prison. Cool stuff. In fact, it was her son John Strand who was to arrange a pen test for the institution. It was him who had provided her with USB duckies and all the instructions, but he hadn't expected it to be that easy. He shared the story at conference 6 years later without revealing the name and location of the prison. We have to assume the jailers are still embarrassed. Oh, geez, stuff, man. It's crazy. The world is definitely not that big. Yeah, like it's so crazy. That's actually sick. I want to see the conference where he talked about that. Okay, YouTube might have it, right? That's actually sick. John Strand, uh, pen test, uh, Rita Strand. I want to see if you can find that conference he's talking about. I would love to know this, where he talks about this, man. Bro has so many videos out there. He runs his own channel. Is this the one? Okay. Dude, that's actually sick. Nice. This is what I've wanted from a long time. Like that's actually really cool. Probably the coolest thing, like one of the coolest things in cybersecurity. Like you just ask your mom, give a bunch of rubber duckies, and she just hacks it easily. That's like one of the coolest stories of all time. Okay, B sides. Okay, yeah, yeah. That's actually a good call. Or I'll just go on Google. Find me the conference video in which John Strands talks about a pen test by his mother, Rita Strand. I had my mom break into the prison, then we had a pie. Yo, RSA conference.
Had some good lunch.
Yo, this is actually. I want to watch this tonight, lads. Hacker be hacking indeed. Yo, do you want to watch this tonight after lead code or before lead code? You guys want to do it in the like just around that? I would love to go through the whole video, man. That's actually sick. That's actually sick. Okay, we'll plan this thing because I'm actually like excited to see this. This is like OG stuff, man. OG. It's 1 hour. So like 50 minutes. So like almost, let's say, 1 hour. It would be interesting. He might talk in more detail how he got his mother to break into a prison. That would be actually so cool. We'll do lead code. We'll do lead code first. That is the tradition we have to continue. But after that, we can look into this conference. I'll start early. I'll start the lead code early. Hopefully, my meeting is done early. I'll try to start the lead code early, and then we can look. But this is something I'm 100% putting on my tab. Yeah, yeah, 100%. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, bro. Especially RSA conference, I have seen like there are two conferences I love hearing from. Like their presentation. One is DEFCON, definitely, right? DEFCON, and then RSA conference, really good. Those two conferences, even like Black Hat is good, but like the interesting ones I have seen are are RSA and DEFCON, where I want to keep on going back to those videos again and again. So this is great. Like I'm very happy this came. Thank you, Google, and thanks, Robert. That's actually a great suggestion. AI, yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't realize I did that. Yeah, yeah. I just get excited, man. This is like being a kid in the candy shop. But yeah, I will not swear. Sorry, sorry. But yeah, this is nice. Okay, but that's all I guess for today. Great day, great day. That's great day. We completed our day 22 with a banger. C2 detection. Looked into looked into one of the OGs, John Strand, and now I'll go back to my corporate slavery, my job, and in the evening we'll do lead code and stuff. But yeah, thank you so much, lads. Hope you guys have a great day. Please like, share, subscribe. If not, that's fine too. But yeah, because if you want me to jump in the snow before 31st December, and just to let you know, we already have more than 2 feet of snow. We already have more than 2 feet of snow, and it's minus 20 out there. So in next week, I believe we will get another feet of snow. We will have like 2 3 feet of snow by the time we do it. So yeah, if you want me to suffer, hit that subscribe button. If not, that's fine too. But do give your loved ones a really big hug. Let them know you love them, right? Keep grinding. Make me proud. Till then, this has been your favorite neighborhood hacker. Till then, this has been your favorite neighborhood hacker, censored hacker, signing off with a big bye. Thank you so much, lads. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Thank you. Yeah, happy slavery to me. Yes, indeed. Thank you, lads. Have a good one. Bye.